John, we were speaking to an analyst before saying actually, why in your right mind would you be into lira right now?
Oh, sorry, why in your right mind you'd be into
Why would you be picking up the Turkish lira?
Well, the only reason to pick up the Turkish lira is it's extremely cheap, but it's extremely cheap for the fairly good reason that all the policy signals have been the wrong ones, and you have the structural outlook or a structural situation that could lead to a default. You have some Turkish companies looking to restructure their debt, foreign denominated debt. That debt exposure is of a magnitude that historically has caused a number of countries to head to a sovereign default. So the structure is there for a default scenario. The question is whether the leadership, and Erdogan sits very heavy on that leadership now under the new tenets of the constitution, new constitution, whether he makes the right policy decisions. And so far, he's been making the wrong sort of signals on interfering with the policy rate, appointing a son-in-law finance minister, et cetera. So it's still an open question. I think there could be tremendous upside potentially, but the right policy decisions have to be made. The bitter medicine has to be swallowed.
Okay, John, walk me through what those policy decisions are and what kind of size we're talking about. Like, say we're talking about rate rises. I just need to understand the scale of the reaction that we need to see to stabilise this situation. We're at 15% inflation. Target's 5%.
Well, policy rate is 18, or almost 18. So it's you're actually still getting supposedly a positive real rate there. I think just another emergency rate hike and a signal that the leadership is not going to interfere with what should be the correct, supposedly independent central bank decisions from here, and maybe lowering the temperature on promises to do massive fiscal expansion that the country cannot afford because it's running a structural external deficit.